Welcome to episode 4 of Regs Tidbits. So for this episode, it is going to be a snippet into my workshop. So like I said, my workshop is loaded with different activities, exercises, and information such as productivity hacks, connecting to your why, changing your life in 10 years, a roadmap for your next 6 months, overcoming people's expectations, and a lot more. But there is a self-discovery section that is one of the coolest parts. So I've created 20 questions that I've learned over the last 6 years through college and in my business classes, and then also questions I've came up with that are going to help you identify your passions, your strengths, and what you want your life to look like. So for this episode, I'm going to give you what I think is the best 5 questions for free. The biggest issue, I think, when we are trying to find our significance and our purpose, whether that be in a career path or a relationship, the issue is that we don't really know who we are. We don't know our strengths. We don't know what we excel at. We don't know what we want out of life. And that in turn, in your life, looks like you don't know what you want to do. So with these 5 questions, I hope to help you kind of figure out more about yourself, and in turn, you figure out what you want to do. So here we go. So I'm going to give you these 5 questions right now. So as you listen to this video, if you have the time, I want you to pause, write this question down, and answer it. Or if you want me to send you these 5 questions after you watch the video, I would love to. Just come on into my DMs and I'll be sure to send them your way. So here we go. My first question is, what are you naturally good at? So in layman's terms, what do you excel in? What are your bosses, your coworkers, your family members, your partners? What are they asking you to do for free? Or what are they going to you first before they go to anyone else? So for me, an example is leadership. I did that a lot in my 6 years, bringing fun energy into the room, organization and structure, and also life advice. And so I just thought everybody could do that, but turns out I do that better than maybe you, but you do 5 other things way better than me. So that's my first question. Number 2, what are you passionate about? So what gets you freaking pumped up about when you talk about it freely? For me, it was life is really freaking hard in your 20s and no one talks about it. So that's why I've created this space, why I created this workshop, because when I was talking about it, my soul was on fire. So what are things you talk about with your friends that when you just get on a rant, you're just so fired up? So that is my second question. So my third question is, who inspires you? So what I want you to do is I want you to take the top 5 people that inspire you the most, and I want you to write by their names, why they inspire you, what their mission is, and all of that good stuff. I've asked this a couple different times, but it's huge because like I've said before, when you know who inspires you, like the top 5 people, it's probably because you want to be a part of their mission or you see yourself in them. So I want you to pause or do this later, and I want you to write down their mission statements and basically just kind of stalk them and realize why they are inspiring to you. So question number 4 is, what does your perfect workday look like? Let me repeat, workday. You're doing work. So what time do you go to work? What time do you leave? What kind of team do you work on? Is it big or small? Do you want to work at the place the whole time, or do you want it half remote or fully remotely? Do you want to be on a big team, a small team? What position do you want to be on the team? Do you want to be the leader, or do you want to be the person doing the analytics? So you really need to think about this because we work most of our lives, and you should be doing A, what you're good at, and B, working in your most powerful brain time, and C, making sure that you are loving what you're doing. And make sure you have some good vacation days. We all deserve some time off. So for me, my perfect day is either 9 to 3 or 10 to 4. I have a really small team. remotely most of the time, but I would love to meet up with him every now and then because I need that human connection. And it took me a long time to figure this out. It's actually one of the main reasons I started this workshop and my online business, because when I was working at my previous job, I was working like 10 to 8, and I wouldn't even get to see Austin in the evenings really, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I would come home, eat food, and go to bed. So that's when I really started to think about what does my dream day really look like when I'm at work. And so you should be thinking about that as well. Lastly, what pisses you off about your current situation? I mean, really, look at your life right now and what is irking you. It can be something in current events, or it can just be how you're living day to day. I want you to write this down because this is going to be a huge motivator for you to change. And the more descriptive you are, the more you can pinpoint what needs to change in your life so that you can be happier and more fulfilled. So with all these questions, like I said, these were only 5 of the 20 I created, and my workshop is loaded with tons of more self-discovery questions. But with these 5 questions, I want you to see if there are any themes that you found and start to kind of see how this big puzzle comes together. Like I said, I want you to take 15 minutes out of your day to answer these questions, because you can be educated all day long, but until you put your money where your mouth is, nothing's going to change. The more you know about yourself, the easier it's going to decide what career you want, what you want out of life, and the type of legacy you want to leave behind. Now, this is just a snippet into my program, and I want you to change your life this year. You have a special gift, whether you know it or not, and the world needs you to be living into your full potential. So you waking up and not being excited about your week, or you waking up feeling like the job isn't the right fit for you, it's time to change. So after this video, I want you to go click the link in my bio, and I want you to be a part of my workshop, because that was just 5 of the 20 questions, and that isn't even all the sections that I talked about. And this change all begins with having a vision for your life and knowing yourself better. So August 12th at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time is when my registration closes. I love you all. If you need me to send these questions to you in a DM, please let me know. And it's time for you to just figure out who you are, because we're waiting for you. All my love, Regs. P.S. Don't let your next 10 years look like these past years. You got this. Cut.